Hello everyone, welcome to Microsoft Dataverse Basic Series. In this video, I will be covering PowerApps AI Builder, the form processing model. Let's get started. I've logged into my make.powerapps.com with a trial account. I've chosen a demo environment. So in the left side navigation, you will notice that we have the AI Builder. Since it is a trial, I have enabled the AI Builder trial as well. So you could see that the trial environment comes with an expiry date of 19 days. So I quickly move on to build. You could see that we have certain model categories by default: category classification, entity extraction, form processing, image classification, object detection, prediction models. So in this video we will be seeing form processing. So let me click on form processing. So we quickly name our AI model. So today we are going to read resume documents and then create the entries in the Sharepoint list. So I am going to give a AI model name. Okay. So you will notice that we will need at least 5 sample documents so that it is capable of reading different formats. So let me hit on create. Okay. So we need to choose the information that we are planning to extract from the sample documents. Then we need a collection of sample documents, the different formats. We have to tag what elements we are going to extract, and we are going to train our model. So first and foremost, we will start adding the fields. Since I mentioned it as resume, I will put some basic fields. So I'm planning to add a person name, contact details like email ID, phone number, so I'll add work experience, work location. So I've added additional fields: person name, email ID, phone number, work experience, work location, technology, functional area, job description, nationality, integration. So there could be a number of fields, but for today's demo, we will only focus on these fields. So now that I have added fields, now I need some samples. So I have to create a collection. So let me start creating a collection. So we could process only 3 types of files at the moment. One is the image files like .jpg or .png, and PDF files. So there is a limitation on the number of pages as well as the size of the pictures. Pictures 50 MB, and the number of pages of all these documents cannot go beyond 500 pages. Okay. So let me upload. So I already collected some of the samples here. Okay. I'll pick up sample 1, sample 2. Okay, so the documents are uploaded, collection is ready. Now we have to tag the elements. So our collection is ready. You could see that for all the documents that is available in the collection, there is a red mark, which means all these documents are yet to be tagged. Okay. So we'll start with the bigger documents that we had placed. Let me see what all documents we have in the collection. Okay, we'll start from the last. Okay, so I have to simply track the element. Now this is a name, so I'm going to match it with the person name. So here I could get location. So let me mark this. So for all types of documents in this format, the builder will be able to process those documents. So I will tag this to work location. registered phone number. Let me see if email ID is there anywhere else in the document. Okay, now so we'll try to track email ID from here. Okay, email ID. So here I could see the years of experience defined. So I'll mark this as work experience. Okay, so Microsoft Dynamics 365 Technical Consultant could pick this up for job description. Okay, there is some technology involved. Let us choose them for technology. We'll identify what any functional skill is defined. I don't see any functional skill that we could track it from this document. So what I will do, so I'll mark functional. I will say not available in the document. Okay. So we have a couple of other fields to mark. Maybe nationality. So I can't find nationality from this document. Okay, so I will call it out. So nationality not available. So I'm going to look for any of the integration parameters. So integration. Oh, I have some web APIs, so maybe I will highlight this for integration. Okay, so let us go to the next document. So if you see that once we finished tagging, all the input fields has to be tagged. If there are no data available from the sample document, we could just click on the three dots and then say not available in the document. Then our model will ignore that from the respective sample. So here we have the next sample. So this is of a different format. Now I pick the name from here. So I get a mobile number from here, phone number. So here I got an email. So tag email. So work experience I could see from here. So tag it. Okay. Okay, so here I see some supply chain management. Maybe I'll take this as functional. So we need technology. So I'll see if there is any specific definition for technology. Okay, we'll take this one, Microsoft Dynamics accept as technology. We'll try to use almost all the columns. Okay, here we could get nationality, we could get work location, need job description. Okay, I could see some job senior system analyst. Okay, so integration, I'm going to look for some integration from this sample document. Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't get, so I'm going to mark integration as not available. Okay, so now I'm going to a third type of document. So this is of a tabular format. So here we will pick up name. Okay, you could see that I have missed some of the fields here. So let me quickly check what it is. It has not been tagged. Not available. So phone number is tagged. No, sorry. It's the same document. I think two of them are already tagged. Okay, so this is the current document. We'll go one by one. I'm tagging person name. I'm tagging email ID. I'm tagging the experience here, work experience. I'm tracking work location. So here you could see integration is available. So here I have functional defined separately. Functional. So here I have technology defined separately. So I go on to technology. I scroll down. So I get nationality. I get phone number. Okay. So here position. I also see some job description. Okay. So these are some of the image files to see how it is processing. So here if you see, apart from phone number, nationality, so these are documents which it might not help the AI builder, but still I wanted to show that these documents are getting processed. So here I have only two fields, so I manually have to make all the other fields as not available. So in real time we have to give some samples which helps the AI builder to train itself. So these kind of documents it's better to avoid because most of the information is not available. Okay, I pick up another one simple document. Again here we have very less data. So I get a name, I get an experience, I get work location. So this will work. For example, if I'm looking for a 10-year person in Pune location, irrespective of technology, so when I'm applying such kind of filters, maybe this data will be useful. So apart from that, this kind of data is not useful for anything. So I mark them. I mark the technology is not available. I mark the functional not available. I quickly mark the other fields not available. Okay. So now all our 5 documents are tagged. So now we are in the train. So once we have finished tagging, so we have to train our model. Okay, so let the model train itself. In the meantime, so I will show you the Sharepoint list. Okay. So we need to have a document library as well as a document list. So I come to SharePoint, I create my own data site. So under the data site, this is a sample name. I know you could have your own site defined. So I create a list, I create a document library. So the library is a place where we are going to upload our resumes, and the list is a place where we will see that the individual records are getting created. So from the documents it will read the information, it will create a record, resource record for us under the CV list. So I have already created some fields mapping to the input fields that we are training the builder at the moment. So person name, email ID, phone number, work location, technology. Yeah, almost 10 fields I am tracking. So let us go back to PowerApps to see if our training is complete. No, it is not yet complete. So let me click on go to models. So here this is the model that we are training at the moment, CV Reader AI. The model type is form processing. So yes, it is trained. So let me open it. So once it is trained, we will be able to perform a quick test here, and we will also be able to publish it. So once it is published, it is ready to use. So let it publish. In the meantime, let us go to our flow. So I move on to manage your flow. So under my flows, I will be creating a new flow. So let us pick up an automated cloud flow. So I just give a name. So I could either choose a trigger point from here, or I could go and create the trigger point from the flow screen. So let me skip. So here you see that I want to choose SharePoint. From the SharePoint I will be, every time when a file is getting created, so let me choose my site address, so data site. So every time when a file is created under the library, so we will be triggering the flow. So the flow will call the AI builder. It will process the input file, and then it will start creating records for us again in a SharePoint list. So folder is optional, so I have chosen my library. So in the next step, so what we have to aim is, from the SharePoint we will be able to take the document, because we have already said the trigger point is file is created. So now I am defining an action on what should happen. So I have to get the file content. So I'm trying to identify get file content. Yeah, here you go. So again I have to specify the site address. So from this address my file identifier would be, so from the previous step I am going to pick up the identifier. So let me scroll. Here I have the identifier value. Okay, so now we have taken the file. So now I would need a AI builder. So in AI builder we have several action points. Today we are going to extract information from forms. I believe this would be the ideal connector. Okay. So here let me see if I have, yeah, I could see the CV reader AI that we have just created. So you could see that it could process PDF documents, JPEG and PNG files. Let us take PDF. So here select a form to process. We'll choose a file content from the SharePoint list. So this will be whatever files that we are adding to the SharePoint, we are going to process that. So before I move on to the next step, let me check my advanced features. Yeah, there are no mandatory columns. So now AI Builder has processed our file. So it will try to map these file information to a SharePoint list. So our next action would be bind these values to a list, for which again I am going to a SharePoint. So I am going to create an item in the list now. So yes, I have a create item. So here is my data site. So I have my list name CV list, which we had seen in the SharePoint. So title we could map it with any field. At the moment I'm going to map it with okay, here AI Builder has processed each and every value. So for each and every field it has allocated a value column. That is what we are going to bind today. So let me choose person name value. So let me remove this data what I had entered manually here. Okay, again for person name I will be choosing the person name value. Okay. I quickly mapped all the other fields. So let me the additional data whatever is there. Okay, so I managed to map all the values from AI Builder to the respective list fields. So I think we are good to go. Let me quickly save this and check for any errors. Okay, our flow is saved. So let me run a flow checker quickly. Okay, I think it is good to use. Now we will start uploading the document. I quickly rename my flow to CV Reader AI flow and I am saving it. Okay, all good. So we'll quickly check by uploading some documents here. Okay, so I come back to my SharePoint. So I move on to CV library. So I will try to upload Okay, so let us try to upload David profile. So I also have my profile. So let us try to process both of these documents. Okay, so two documents got created in the library. So my list is empty. So let me come back to my flow. Okay, so let me click on entrance. So I could see that there are two successful entries. The reason is we uploaded two documents. So let me quickly check the successful run history here. So all the steps has been successfully completed. So I go to see whether it has extracted the data properly. Yes, I see work location. I'm trying to identify the value here. Check in our list. So here you see that there are two entries just that have fallen here. Okay, so this is the same data that we have created now. So just to compare the second record, I come back here. So I move on to the other success story. Okay, so this is the second record that got created successfully. Yeah, we have the data here. Alright, we have seen how to use the form processing AI builder, and we also automated using that builder into our document creation. So our AI builder has successfully processed the records. So I go back to the AI builder. So let me choose the models that we have created. Okay, so this is our published model. So this by clicking on share, we will be able to share this model for others to use. So I just click on details. So here you see that it has the summary of our training documents, and it has the fields that we have selected. At any point of time we could edit model, change the training document, or remove and add new documents. So that model will automatically pick them after we click on train, and then again you have to publish it so that it can be used again by the flows. Thank you for watching.